Nerd?
Where's my fucking glasses?
Nerd.
Nerd! Run right out of my mouth.
Yes. They've got the brains.
Loneliness.
Discuss.
Hey, welcome to Nerdmouth, episode 244. I'm your co-host, Mike Lawrence.
And I'm your co-host, Jake Young.
It's funny when I say episode, like every part of me wants to say issue, wants to, like 244.
I can't wait for the reboot event that's going to change the numbering back to 1.
I believe that 244 was the end of John Burns' Galactus saga. That went from 242 to 244. And that's when Galactus fell for the first time, which was an incredible thing that we did not think would ever happen.
Is this like his John Byrne weirdness where like She-Hulk was on the team and everything was going on?
Yeah, right, 244.
Fantastic Four number 244, Wynn calls Galactus.
Yes, and he chooses Nova as his new herald over Terex.
What? Terex was robbed, man. Yeah. He's got half of an axe.
Yeah, and half of a tear. With us today, Danny Hatch. How's it going?
Good. I have a question.
Yeah.
How can a cool-looking big black CGI cloud fall? This just makes no sense to me. You're talking about Galactus, right?
Get the fuck out.
It's
you get
canon.
the fuck out. No, I don't care. You goat boy looking motherfucker. You won't come in on this podcast, which you asked to do, and bring up 2007 Galactus. No.
They let goats into movies now. It's a goat-free world. That's the sound we make.
I wouldn't beat you to death with the baguette you look like you just made.
Mm-hmm. The special ingredients, goat cum.
All right.
Danny Hatch is on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
I'm
hi.
Galactus. God damn it.
That really upset you.
It genuinely did, yes.
Yeah, it did.
Joking around. You really
would've-
came at me. Those were real, those things you said.
But you,
Huh. I don't
I
make
think
that
it
guess.
was. You didn't hurt me as much. I don't know if I've ever brought this up on the podcast, but Jake did something really horrible once that I'll never forgive him for.
No.
Yeah. Did you know what this was?
I mean, I'm going to remember real quick.
It was really bad. So the day that I got married, September 6th, 2014. Wonderful day, beautiful day, and the first thing after the ceremony is over, we have I was given a Green Lantern wedding ring by my wife that has the oath inscribed. We all chant the oath. It's this wonderful moment of having to force people I love into doing something they hate, and I'm feeling great. And Jake comes up to me, the first person to talk to me after the wedding, and he goes, "That's a great Ryan Reynolds ring you've got there." Now, my father wasn't at my wedding. That's what upset me. It actually was like this brave thing where you're like, you know what? I know that your dad not being here is devastating you, so I'm going to let you hate someone within the vicinity.
For I so loved Michael's wedding that I gave my only chance to make a good impression.
Yeah. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible.
It's so rare that I have a zinger. I had to let it go.
Oh, it was brutal.
I saw X-Men Origins. I don't remember Ryan Reynolds wearing a ring. So what are you referring to? How's those baguettes taste, buddy?
Nah.
Tastes like goat cum, huh?
Nah. I like that you went back to the thing that didn't work in the first place. You're like Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
The fifth time you do the joke, it's going to be amazing, and we're going to be like, we knew he had it in him all along.
Highest grossing R-rated movie, baby.
Yeah. Is it? Did it beat The Passion of the Christ?
I think it was on track to about a month ago. It must have by now.
Because, Passion of the Christ is the highest grossing independent film of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it really is just one crazy guy's vision of like, let's see this motherfucker get beaten. And a lot of people are like, we want to see it. Super producer Marcus Parks.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Did it as Passion or Deadpool?
It's Deadpool, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good for.
I helped.
See, if Jesus had a healing factor.
Now, if you thought The Passion of the Christ is brutal, wait till we get all the R-rated copycat superhero movies that totally fall flat on their face.
The Killing Joke, right? That's the next one.
That's like, I feel like that they're just like pushing anyway.
Well, that's direct to video. What have we talked about that on here?
Nope.
Okay. okay, so I've just complained everywhere else. I don't like the idea of it. I'm not a fan of it. Marcus, you like the Killing Joke, right?
Yeah, love a Killing Joke.
What do you think of the idea of an R-rated adaptation?
Well, first of all, Brian Boland's art is so important to the story that the animation looks terrible, choppy. It doesn't have the grittiness. It doesn't have the wrinkles. It needs the wrinkles. It needs the lines. It needs
Just the pure
worry.
beauty. I mean, that is one of the best drawn comics ever.
It needs the pain, and there's going to be no pain in this. It's going to be flat, and nothing's going to translate. Yeah. It's just going to be cruelty, and that's not necessarily what the book's about. It's not just about cruelty. It's about pushing. It's about the Joker trying to push Batman as far as he possibly can, and this is just going to come off as a psychopath just being cruel for cruelty's sake because there's not going to be any subtlety to the story.
For the R rating, how many individual frames of Jim Gordon's dick are we going to see on screen?
Yeah.
I really don't even know why they're making it R-rated. I didn't think The Killing Joke was an R-rated book in the first place.
No, it wasn't. It was all ages.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
I think because frat bros want to see Barbara suffer. I think that's what it is, and it's shitty. They want to see fucking Batgirl get crippled, and they want to jerk to that and be like, yeah.
You can do that PG-13. You can just have a woman get... I mean, do they need to show her tits? Is that all it is? Is that they just have to show tits?
I think maybe more blood and stuff. And
Batman just drops like 9 F-bombs in a row. You fucking clown. I can't believe you shot that fucking Batgirl. Fuck, man.
Fuck. Now there's 9.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to fucking batarang you so far up your fucking clown ass.
I mean, I think it just makes... None of it makes any sense to me. Why they're doing it in the first place and why they're making it R-rated.
And they're setting it up as like, this is the last time you'll ever hear Mark Hamill as the Joker. You know, it's like, how about an original story?
Yeah.
You know, like what he mostly did and was great in.
Yeah, I don't get any of it. And I don't get why people are I don't get why people are excited about it either.
You ever read The Killing Joke, Danny?
No, I haven't.
Well, the general story is that it's like Joker finally decides to push Batman as far as he possibly can. He shoots, but that's how Barbara Gordon becomes Oracle.
Well, the whole
shoots
thing
Barbara
is
Gordon.
He has this thesis because it was like we'd seen like glimpses of the Joker's origin, but like this was the definitive. And even then, like you don't know what's real because he could be lying. But the whole thing is that like one bad day made this shitty comic into the Joker, and right now we are doing this podcast right outside of a awful open mic, and there's 30 potential people that could fall into a vat of chemicals. And
every Red Hood gets 3 minutes tops.
I don't think there's
any of these people could
jokes out
become the Joker and then kill for the first time ever. But yeah, so the whole thing is that the Joker believes that like one bad day could make anyone into him, and so he takes Commissioner Gordon and wants to give him the worst day of his life, and so he cripples his daughter and kidnaps him and all this shit. And the thing is, like, The Killing Joke as an individual piece of art is pretty great. As this one singular Batman story, it's awesome. It's Batman stopping the Joker, and you know, this is the worst the Joker's ever been. The problem is, and I like how Jewy I just said problem. Problem is that's the only story they ever tell with him anymore. Like once, because the whole thing is like, we're gonna make the Joker worse than he's ever been. Well, now he can't rob banks anymore. He can't do fun shit anymore. Like it even feels weird for him to have henchmen since then. I know no, because like that old Joker that had been around for like 50 years.
Don't worry, we'll get plenty of dough. Oh, did you think I mean money? I meant bread dough. Like that was like a rape. Literally, yeah. Like it's The Killing Joke is when it went from like Joker was this like clown character that could go dark, to just legit like I'm tearing my own face off with a piece of glass. Like
and once you go there, you can't go back, and it's like I like some of those stories, but now like every story with Batman and the Joker is about how whether or not he should kill him and all this shit, and it's all philosophical and you are this to me, and like, and so it's good. Like even Alan Moore doesn't love it. he's like, it's probably the worst thing I wrote. He didn't even write it. It's just a beard hair fell into a vat of chemicals.
Your beard's,
That's the worst thing I wrote.
your beard's doing a great impression of Alan Moore.
Yeah, that's right.
The trick to a good Alan Moore impression is to sound like a drowning wizard.
Or a fat man trying to get out of a chair.
So this is a serious.
There is difficult for me to escape from snake gods and magic cum.
Okay, so this is a serious question. I'm not trying to bait you. Are you a little excited for Jared Leto's version of a Joker? Because it seems a little more playful and colorful and.
I don't
less-
think, no. I mean, they're not marketing it like that. They're marketing it as like, this is the sickest, craziest. They're bringing up all these stories of him like sending like dead rats to cast members and shit. And the thing is,
But that's still more playful than paralyzing Barbara Gordon and,
I think
everything
this
else
is
the
that
Joker
Joker because, I mean, this is
Okay.
the Snyderverse. And like, this is, see, because the thing is like, Joker and Harley Quinn in the cartoon where she first premiered, he's a piece of shit, but it's done still in this kind of like fun way, but he's still an abusive piece of shit. But then when you put her into regular comics continuity with the Killing Joke Joker and all that, no one is even remotely likable or endearing. And I think this is going to be that in some ways. And so
It's not quite domestic abuse if it's done with a comically oversized mallet.
Here's the thing. When the Jared Leto Joker was first announced and we saw the pictures, I was really behind it, and now it's a little tougher because in Batman Vagina Superman, Batman kills a lot of people, just murders them, and doesn't give a fuck, and the Joker doesn't make sense in a world like that, because the whole point is that Batman's whole thing is like, if I kill you, then I'll just start killing everyone else. But this movie is, I'm going to kill everyone else, but you I like.
Well, isn't that the fan theory that like the current fan theory is that Leto's Joker is actually like Jason Todd
Yeah.
and so like the idea is he did kill the Joker, but like it's the mind virus of it still remains. Because I remember that was like a good twist in Batman Beyond Return of the Joker.
Yeah.
That like even though you just can't shake him.
It was a good twist, but it also, there was that part of me that was like, like this is the future. Can we just get like, because I liked Batman Beyond and I like some of the new villains, like give a new villain the spotlight. Like, why does it always have to go back to these two? It gets a little tiresome after a while.
Why does the sun always rise in the east? Why does Jesus always die on the cross? It's just some stories are classics.
Yeah.
Why does Hercules always fuck that huge-titted Amazon woman in those comics I drew in the back of my 6th grade notebook?
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not want some insight?
Tell me more.
I knew we would just be kind of rambling on this podcast. I never thought I would think of Kevin Sorbo. And I can't hear Hercules without thinking of Kevin Sorbo. And I used to love that fucking show. No one ever talks about it. Like, Xena became more popular, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if ratings-wise, but, like, she's the one that people remember. But fucking Sorbo and Aeolus. I loved Aeolus.
God's not dead yet, Mike. We can still bring him back.
Was this before your time?
Yes, it was.
Was
I'm
it
11.
Yeah.
Was it Xena or Hercules that had Bruce Campbell?
Well, then she ended up being in both, but I think he was Autolycus, and I think that he was in Hercules first, but then, the world was the same. And by the world, I mean New Zealand, where they filmed.
Well, Xena was an original. I mean, Xena's actually a pretty good example of like an original character surpassing just kind of a stock idiot. Like they created Xena for that show.
Yeah.
And she ended up surpassing him, as it often does when they finally create something new.
So here's something.
Lesbianism isn't something new.
I want to bring it back to DC because this is something I've been bumping into, and this is a real nagging thought that's been bothering me all week. I work for Dorkly, which is an internet site that covers geek shit, and like everyone that works there, we all hated Batman v Superman, but the Defenders are just so like pure of heart and so like narrowly focused, and they were
Well, in their original 70s run when Steve Englehart was writing the title, but then not those Defenders.
yeah. The Wizard were they in the mix?
No, I don't know. The Wizard was in the 40s. He was like part of the. Was it the all-winner squad?
Maybe. So is it? So when we keep saying
That's
that,
right. Google Wizard, motherfucker.
So when we
He
keep saying,
injected
Oh,
himself.
Joe, you mean Robert Frank?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's 30s and 40s.
yeah. Who had mongoose blood? That was his. That was how he got his super speed.
Well, there's the
it's
wizard.
the fact that the Wizard's costume is piss yellow.
Yeah.
It's just such an unfortunate.
Unhealthy piss yellow.
Like had
The
like,
W is the W on his chest isn't for wizard. It's why the fuck am I doing this?
So when we say that these are deviations or these are improper uses and characterizations
Yeah.
of these people, we like, is it just that we're not 12? Like, is it just like what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, okay, Jared Leto's Joker is like, it feels wrong, it feels bad,
Yeah.
I don't like it, but maybe there's like
Yeah.
like Danny, what is in your mind? What is the proper Joker that you grew up with?
All right, honestly, and this might upset you guys, it's Heath.
Okay,
That's
great.
okay.
That's
Okay.
We love him.
Yeah, he's great.
so
Phew.
Heath Ledger's
I know that I
Joker
made some enemies
is
already.
super iconic, and it was this like kind of right swerve, this like anarcho kind of young, tear it all down philosophy that wasn't really part of the Joker's like MO before that.
Yeah.
Like
It was a great interpretation of the character, though.
Yeah.
Like, he took a risk and he succeeded.
Because they still took enough aspects of the comic. They did do the whole kill you, the philosophy shit, but seeing it for the first time on screen was fine and awesome. And they also did the thing of you never know when he's lying.
yeah. So
Probably like he's family about his drug problem, right?
Yeah.
Probably never knew when he was lying. What he said.
We did see how he got those scars, and he never recovered from them.
every day my father would come up to me and say, Mary Kate and Ashley are here to sell you some pills, son. So the
Why so skinny?
so the Leto Joker is like kind of this evolution of that like don't give a fuck attitude manifests itself in many young people as like shitty tattoos and like
ha.
Yeah.
Well, I like the
acne
idea of
tattoos especially. Like he's a juggalo.
Well, I like the idea of it because he seemed like a rich asshole. You
Yeah.
know, like who's this fucking douche?
Literally riffraff.
Yeah.
So is it a deviation? Do we have any moral high ground to say what can and cannot be done with these characters?
Yeah, Batman should never kill people.
I'm talking to the exact wrong person for this conversation.
Wouldn't you be? Wouldn't if they made a movie that was the same? Wouldn't you be upset about that? They're trying to do something different? Does that not count for anything?
No, you could do different stuff, and they have done different stuff. And you know, it's like I love my animated series. I think that's the best version. There are fun aspects of the 66 version. There's okay aspects of the Michael Keaton version, although he kills people too. But like, I just never want to see Batman kill people. That is an unforgivable, disgusting thing that I never want on a screen, especially in a film made for children.
Was that made for children though? Batman v Superman.
Yes.
It's PG-13, yeah, and action figures and the marketing and stuff.
No, there's been like
Was The Dark Knight? Sorry, was The Dark Knight made for children? Because that I would argue was definitely not. And there were action figures.
You know what
and that was
though? But in some
PG-13.
ways it is. Like I think that PG-13 means, come on,
yeah.
you know, and also like if you're selling action figures in Walmart and Target and all of that, they're directly inspired by the movie next to the fucking Ninja Turtles and Transformers, which we could argue if those are made for children too now. But like it is a gray area. I mean, it is a tough thing. I mean, that was a huge problem with the, you know, original Batman stuff, like especially Batman Returns, when they're like, we have Happy Meal toys and this Danny DeVito is like biting noses and
Fuck yeah, man.
oozing like purple, like green blood.
Mommy, I want to see the movie where the dead woman is bitten to life by feral cats.
I feel like any movie that has Vincent Schiavelli in it automatically gets an R rating. Like you should have to like have parental supervision to look at that guy's face.
Which one was Vincent Schiavelli?
If you Googled him, you would know him immediately. He's
On screen, Schiavelli. Go.
I think I know
He's
which
the guy
you're
from
talking
Ghost,
about.
and he's the organ grinder in that.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. You're right.
Are you talking about the most character actor face I've ever seen in my entire
The man who looks like a thumbprint.
Probably walks around with that pipe.
He's dead.
Well, walked.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah, that's it is striking that balance.
It looks like if Doc Brown went back to the future but was still haunted by the past. But that you should not see that face as a child. That's terrifying.
I mean, that's the weird thing when you get directors like Tim Burton and Christopher Nolan to direct these movies that are ostensibly made for children. It's like what's the line there? Because when you get someone in there that really does make it for kids, you get Joel Schumacher, who is arguably the Schumacher movies are arguably the most kid friendly out of all of them because the Michael, even the original Batman, it's like Jesus Christ, Jack Nicholson's Joker. That's some weird shit. I mean, Vicky Vale's main job, like she's known for photographing dead bodies. Like they show her magazine cover, it's like, oh, the Corto Maltese, and it's a burned crumple of a corpse.
And yet, Jack Nicholson still hangs out with your dad's friends and dances to R.I.P. Prince.
That's super clutch is
that bald guy with the fucking sunglasses in the original
steals the
Batman.
every scene.
That is more 66 than anything in Batman 66. And his name's Lawrence. And he has a boombox. Yeah, there's your fucking maturity. Yeah. Lawrence?
Still my favorite.
Yeah. I got you. But like, that's why it's like, I mean, the animated series is the perfect balance because the stories are mature and there's shit that's implied. Like, I mean, I look at it like, are we all up to date on Game of Thrones?
No.
What? Marcus, you literally do nothing all day. You are the least busy person I know.
Oh, yeah, I do nothing. Boy, howdy do I do jack shit all day.
You can't see him doing anything, but you can hear him doing stuff on many different shows on this network.
Are you talking about the #1 audio tramp, Marcus Park?
So I can't spoil, but I'm going to spoil. Fuck it.
You always do.
That's our show.
Couldn't tell you how many...
You do control his mic,
good
right?
things are
You could make this
ruined.
What are we supposed to do?
I mean,
When this
whatever
airs, it'll be Friday.
chances are whatever he's going to spoil you knew was coming a long time ago.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, so like, because I look at like the Marvel movies, and I always complain that the villains are like fucking pussies, right? And
Excuse me, Thanos is the Dark God.
he's not a god. He's the Mad Titan.
Yeah.
But also, Thanos hasn't done shit yet. He's a jabroni. His first appearance, he wasn't even cast. His second appearance, he fucking gets betrayed on and does nothing about it to retaliate. And his third appearance, he makes an empty promise and he hasn't fulfilled it yet. So he is nothing so far. Great character, but he hasn't done shit. And it's been 5 years since we first seen him. So no.
That's what's so scary about him. You never know when he's going to strike, Mike.
All we know is that
Yeah, we do in 2018 and 2019 in Infinity Wars Parts 1 and 2.
That is funny how they lay it all out there.
They really do.
Got the next decade plan.
Yeah, he
know,
really has to kill. If the next time he's on screen, he doesn't murder one of the like 3 or 4 main characters, he is nothing.
I mean, he has to kill Vision to even make the gauntlet. So,
Yeah. So fucking Ramsey motherfucking Polton. Are you all up to date?
No, I don't watch it. Yep.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. So,
All right.
But you've never watched the show at all.
No.
Okay.
So spoil away.
All right.
Don't glance off me like so many
So-
rubber
so-
bullets. Those would hurt still.
But Ramsey has done a lot of creepy shit, right? He's raped, he's fucking murdered, and he does something really creepy on Sunday. But you don't see. I'm not going to spoil it, Marcus. How about that?
Thank you very much, because that also keeps people from turning off the show.
They
which is
turn
a
off
fun-
the show
when you spoil stuff. Yeah, totally.
but it's been like 6 days when this airs.
I'm just saying.
Aren't we supposed to be up to date on stuff?
this is the people that do get spoiled are very vocal about it. The silent majority of people that are engaging with the single most popular television show in the Western world is
Westeros
like,
world.
thank you. Danny Hatch from downtown
Doesn't even watch the show.
Wish.
No, but so
he's heating up. It's one of the great philosophical debates of the internet is to spoil or not to spoil.
Yeah.
But you come on, we're your nerdy coworker, and we're just chilling at the water cooler.
Yeah. So he does the probably the most terrifying thing that he's done yet. And I mean the rape is pretty bad, but like and because I'm thinking like when people like say like how great Loki is, and I'm like, no, Ramsey is how you do that type of character. And he does this thing, and you're just like, this motherfucker. And it's a PG-13 thing because you don't see it. It's implied. You know it happens. And you fucking hate this guy. And it's crazy that Marvel never takes advantage of stuff like that. You know? And I even got sad because I realized, like, even Kylo Ren is a much better villain than any on-screen Marvel villain has been. Not counting Kilgrave. Kilgrave's great, but I'm saying in the movies.
I'm struggling. What about Rumlow in Winter Soldier? He was a captive. No.
What about Jeff Bridges?
He didn't do much.
I know.
But you know what's crazy is that because I still think 2008 is the best year for comic book movies because just for Iron Man, Dark Knight, but also Hellboy 2 and Punisher Warzone, which is really fun.
That's our first premium episode. Is the official MST3K of that movie? Because dear God, I want to watch it again.
Punisher Warzone.
Oh God,
you ever see that, Marcus?
I never did.
What?
Oh my God, that's such a you movie.
Lock it down. Turn off. Shut it. Where's the circuit breaker? I'm shutting this fucker down.
There's a scene where Irish parkour assassins are trying to attack him.
That's a beautiful moment.
Okay.
I will.
That you don't want to spoil for me?
Yeah.
You need.
And a baby is born. The most beautiful moment. He shoots a fucking parkour guy with a bazooka. If that was spoiled for you, fuck you.
Within the first 5 minutes of the movie, he snaps an old woman's neck, and we're supposed to root for him.
And we do.
Yeah, that sounds like my type of movie. Yeah.
What does she do though?
She's eating dinner at a mafia thing.
Yeah. Guilty by association.
fault. What was
That's
she
what the
wearing?
Punisher's all about.
No, if the Punisher kills you, you've done something wrong.
She was eating pizza with a fork and knife. Fuck you. This is New York City.
She's running for president.
Exactly. Oh yeah, so but the villains in Marvel, they're always like jabronis. That's why I'm at least intrigued by Leto if he does like genuinely terrifying stuff.
Yeah. Like stuff with stakes.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Mike, is that's the genius of Marvel. That's why they're just slamming it out of the park, is good villains make great stories. Good heroes make merchandising empires.
Yeah. No, I get it. They look at the villains as the 10 minutes of the story that don't make money.
No, I don't even think they see them as villains. They see them as just the
Red dollar signs.
Yeah, no, like the act, the climax moment where the hero in front of some CGI bullshit goes, I don't know if I can do this, and then it's like, but I can, and then like the movie's over. Like everything from Malekith to Ironmonger to all of it, like they're just there as physical hurdles for the heroes. Like they don't really, except Loki, and he's the best one because they took the time in Kenneth Branagh's movie. I
always, because people love Loki, and I get women who want to fuck him because I kind of do too. That appeal I understand, but as a villain, like, what has he really done? He's a loser. His biggest memorable moment is getting thrown around by the Hulk. But what are the memorable moments where he's done something to someone? There's not many.
I mean, I guess the small ones is when he takes control of the entire crowd. That's something, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say that in Germany, yeah.
Yeah, and he
does brainwashes Hawkeye?
Yeah.
That's it, you brainwash?
Hawkeye's impressionable, though. I've been looking at him. I can't believe anything you tell him.
Yeah. And he
saw an arrow through your heart.
In the original Thor, which I haven't seen in a while at this point, he's like very.
It was good at the time, but it's pretty fucking Thoring now.
Oh,
and Natalie Portman.
I didn't mean to hit on such a Thor thub.
Natalie Thorntman? No.
But like, you don't know what his angle is every time he was like, and it's overplayed in Thor 2. Like, it's like literally like buried in the ground. But in that first movie, you can't trust him, and like you start to feel sick. Hiddleston's a great actor, and you do feel sympathy for him. But then it turns out he's always working his own angles. It was a very solid performance and a good villain.
Isn't it crazy? Performance, but isn't it crazy that we're like 13 or 14 movies in now?
14.
And nice,
fucking silent assassin, Danny Hatch.
Well, he's pretty loud. No, but just imagine like it's like 13 or 14, and the only two characters that have like died of any significance are like Quicksilver and Frigga. We are all thinking that we had the confidence to say Frigga, please, and then realize that we don't.
No, you were on your own.
Yeah.
Honestly, we just talked about how we like these movies for their kind of like superheroics and ideals and the way they make us, they kind of lighten the load a little bit in this, well, let's call it an oppressive nightmare of an existence.
Yeah.
So like the idea of like the noble, I don't want to see anybody die. I don't want to watch like Steve Rogers just like bleed out on screen. Like it's just not what I come to a superhero movie for.
And superheroes don't normally die. I mean, not on a regular basis. Superheroes always go on. They almost die.
The villains don't normally die, and most of them are dead.
And that is true.
Yeah.
You guys think they'll kill Captain America this next one?
No.
He only has so many movies left.
You know what they did that was really fucking annoying is that they announced that so we have, Civil War, which, we record this on Tuesday, May 3rd, so we haven't seen it yet. We'll review it next week. But what's really annoying is that they already announced that Tony Stark is in Spider-Man Homecoming. And it's like, can you just wait till the fucking movie comes out to leave the littlest bit of suspense? Like, yeah, he's probably not going to die, but at least like wait the week after. Now we love Spider-Man, and hey, by the way, Spider-Man's with Iron Man. But to say it before, Thor is fucking stupid.
I mean, they don't really need to create buzz about Captain America. Like, they don't need to get the internet talking about it. Well, they can wait.
I have a Thor.
Yeah.
So what do you think if Spider-Man...
Did you say Thor?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah.
My theory is that Spider-Man Homecoming happens before Civil War. And Civil War is how, he's already got that Tony Stark connection, and that's how Tony calls him into this. But Spider-Man is kind of like, that's what I think.
Just an awkward 5-minute scene where Tony's like, I'm going to call you Underoos.
Yes,
and Spider-Man's like, please don't.
It's so funny, like how transparent these movies can be sometimes. Where like we feel like we're watching the contract disputes as they happen. Like remember in Iron Man 2 when he's like, "I'm just signing on as a consultant," because I think it was like, "All right, you'll be in 2 films and then cameo in the others," and then I guess they bumped up his money. He's like, "All right, I'm in the Avengers now."
It would actually be amazing if there were like old Marvel style editorial like in like joke boxes in the middle of a movie.
Yeah, because like the last thing like
Furious Feig says, "Don't worry, guys, we're making a sequel."
Because here's the last question is like, does anyone give a shit about this new X-Men movie coming out?
Yeah, I haven't given a shit about any of them.
Yeah.
No.
Not since X3 have I really given a shit about a movie about to come out. And then after X3 came out, I was like, fucking done.
First Class was good.
Yeah, First Class was interesting. Did things. First Class did things.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Days of Future Past was terrible.
I'll give you the 5 minutes of Magneto and Nazis, but they ruined Sebastian Shaw and the Hellfire Club.
I mean, but they ruined Sebastian Shaw, but they gave us the most comically awful Kevin Bacon performance I've seen.
Oh, he was in that?
Oh my!
He's Sebastian Shaw.
He leaps out of the screen and chews on your pants.
Yeah,
it's very.
But not in a fun like walking way, like in an unfun Kevin Bacon way.
Yeah. Like in a Hollow Man way.
Like he read this. Yes, very Hollow Man.
All right,
like his metaphorical CGI penis is flopping around on this one. It's like he might be the last actor to have given such a solid like clear. Oh yeah. It's a comic book movie. I know how these are.
You know who gives a really terrible one of the fucking Dominic West in Punisher war zone? He's like, I'm Jigsaw, like a puzzle.
Oh yeah. Which is why we all have to watch that movie immediate. Do you have cocaine on you anymore?
They
Not anymore.
replaced.
I got rid of it, but I can pick it back up again.
Okay, guys.
They replaced Jigsaw's face with horsehide. Thor's side.
Yes.
But that they gave the franchise back to Bryan Singer is just, and he's doing this dumb victory lap with it, and the timeline doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And it literally, we are just watching Jennifer Lawrence.
Sorry.
That was a stretch. You're doing pretty good, though. it was a nice run. But Jennifer Lawrence, she fucking... every movie, I will wear less makeup. Because her whole thing is mutant and proud. She's just Jennifer Lawrence in this.
No, she is so. I think that's so funny. Just how her career arc, her career arc and her character arc should be completely different. But it's She's wearing full clothes. She's not even in the makeup.
No.
And even in Days of Future Past, whenever she was walking around, It's probably just good PR. It's not I know any of these people, but I'm oh no, Jennifer Lawrence looks really uncomfortable in this scene.
She's look, motherfuckers, I'm not wearing this makeup and also being in Vancouver for 2 months. One or the other. I think it'll be, it'll be fine, but it is. I don't think people give enough credit for how disappointing the X-Men franchise has been. That we are 16 years into this thing, and we haven't seen bird people yet.
Yeah.
They haven't gone to space. They haven't,
Brian Cox was great.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
X2 is the exception that proves the whatever.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, Alan Cummings' Nightcrawler is the best performance in any of those movies, I think, by far. He's brilliant. Never used him again. I don't know.
Was that his choice, or
I don't know. If it is, then they fucked up in some way to make him not want to come back.
Yeah, or maybe
I
just
still
did
blame
it-
them either way.
just did it on a lark or something? But yeah,
He's unbelievable.
he's
And
great.
you really care. And he shares so much time with fucking screen cancer Halle Berry, and he's still able to be amazing and compelling.
It's literally the only curiosity I have going into X-Men Apocalypse is I just want to see how they make Oscar Isaac uncharismatic.
Yeah, he's so good. But in the trailers, I'm just and I always say there's not enough compelling villains, and I know they're building it around him. It just doesn't. The costume,
Apocalypse is such a goofy ass villain. We've gone into this a million times that to even try and treat him as a credible, serious threat, they have literally. There's going to be a scene where it's behold my 4 horsemen, a ninja lady, an angel,
all sold separately with a play set. I feel Apocalypse is the one role that Michael Clark Duncan would have been perfect for. But I do see Apocalypse as this big, scary black motherfucker that you're terrified of with red eyes and fucking, drill
lipstick
hands.
for days.
A big belt buckle with his first initial on it.
Yeah, I love it. For thousands of years, people needed to know who I was based on my initial.
It used to be a hieroglyph of a little birdie because that's what I don't need to. My hands turn into guns. Pew pew.
Only the ones with gun hands survive.
You have no greater chance of defeating me than the Babylonians with their fire sticks. Best line in all of comic book cartoons.
No matter what I look like when you first face me, a different artist will be drawing me by the end because Will's Portasio couldn't finish his deadlines. Oh, man. That's fun. Danny, what is there any nerdy stuff you're into now?
Well, I greatly enjoy the Marvel Netflix television shows.
What'd you think of Daredevil season? Well, let's talk about Daredevil.
I came locked and loaded. I liked it. The ninja stuff bored me. I took a dip in the middle,
Yeah.
but I took another dip out of
You're
it.
human, yeah.
Yeah, I remember season 1 similarly kind of losing my interest for a while and
Stick.
then getting it back again. Yeah, Stick.
I think 13 is too long. I think this should be
I
10.
agree.
Yeah.
I think 10 is a little, because even then the filler doesn't feel so fucking
13
exhausting.
hours is a lot of hours.
Yeah.
And it's not like I didn't binge it. It doesn't feel like a bingey show to me. I guess I watched a couple episodes a night, 2 or 3, but I can't imagine watching all of that at once or half of that at once. It seems exhausting.
It's like
But good.
starting with a steak and then going to Taco Bell.
Right, yes.
Did
But
you
Jessica
guys see?
Jones loved it.
That was great. Again, though, a little trimming.
Yeah.
But we talked
A
about
little,
that. But
I
still
didn't think
great.
it was as bad.
Yeah, and Kilgrave was
trim-wise.
fucking amazing.
Yes, he was.
And but did you guys see they're doing the Punisher solo series now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
With Bernthal?
Yeah, he was great. One of my favorite parts of this season, probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
was
Yeah, he's the best part of the entire series
that,
so far.
that prison scene. Holy shit! Like, oh my god.
Did you
Sorry if
see
it's all a
that?
rehash.
Yeah, I saw
Okay.
the whole thing. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Like, don't spoil it for me. Daredevil's in a prison. No.
I just have this like
I mean,
weird
Punisher is.
nightmare vision of like the actor that plays Foggy Nelson showing up and just being like, "Don't worry, call me Microchip from here on out."
Also, I like Foggy. I know he gets a lot of shit.
Yeah, God hates fogs.
I
Fucking dickhead.
For the audience at home, know how shit-eating Mike's grin is right now.
that was horrible.
No, you're a Thorable.
But I liked Foggy. I root for Foggy. I see a lot of myself in Foggy.
I liked him too.
I want him to win.
Yeah, so do I.
I liked the court scenes even.
He's not the end of the world. I feel like they just did that whole like, let me tell you guys what's up, even though in no visible reality would anyone listen to the pasty-faced white boy in the situation.
It is crazy that like I don't think he's the best, but man, people hate the fuck. You know what was fucking the sister on Breaking Bad? What's the fuck?
Marie?
Marie. People hated Marie.
I loved Marie.
Yeah, all that purple.
Nothing but purple.
Honestly,
all the
I feel
time.
like just next to Charlie Cox, like any of us would look like a fucking charisma black hole. Like, the dude's too good.
I mean, the only thing
No,
that
John Bernthal made Charlie Cox look like a charisma black hole.
Very fair, very fair.
yeah. The only thing that the Foggy character, the scenes between him and Matt Murdock, you got to get rid of this, you got to stop that just got so repetitive.
That's
Every single episode was a stand-up, you got to stop this crap.
They were fed up for a while.
Yeah.
There's a lot of being fed up.
Yeah, so that's been the show. Danny, what would you like to plug?
I'm on Twitter at Danny Hatch. Also listen to Keith and the Girl, which I help produce.
Do you still have your own show?
I do. I have a show called That's a Show with Danny on the Keith and the Girl network. It's a fun time.
Take a listen to that.
Yes, thank you. Mike has been on it. I'd
Yeah.
love to have you two gentlemen on it.
Sure.
Last time I was on Keith and the Girl, the comments section needed a lot of moderation.
Well,
Were they mean
they're
to you?
passionate.
I
feel like
I
you
listened
were
back to the
polite.
episode. I was a shitlord.
No. I liked you on it. I thought you were good.
Oh, I'm very likable in very small doses.
What were the poll results to is Jake Young a shitlord?
I got Master of the Poops. But I work at dorkly.com as a contributor and editor. Go there, like our stuff. We have comics.
He's
and
so
animations.
shitty you could see him in my teeth when I grin.
And follow me at Best Jake Young.
Yeah, this week on Last Podcast on the Left, we're doing witchcraft, European witch hunts. It gets real fucked up.
Which cunt?
Yeah, there's going to be some of those.
No, which one? No. I am at the Mike Lawrence on Twitter. The current season of Inside Amy Schumer is on now. Please check that out. Watch that gun sketch if you haven't.
That
It's
was
brilliant.
great.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
That was you?
No.
Sorry.
I got a couple jokes in there.
They were all amazing.
Thanks, man. Yeah, but yeah, check that out. And I taped my Comedy Central Snapchat series "You're Wrong" that will premiere later this month in May. So check those out.
For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to cavecomedyradio.com.